Hi, my name is Nithin Thomas. I am the head of IT for Amity University, Dubai. I am responsible for IT operations, innovation, and infrastructure across Amity Education Middle East. I have been into IT for more than 1.5 decades, working with many industries of best of its class. I am a passionate learner and a speaker who is keen to understand the new developments in the industry. I am also passionate in connecting technology requirements to business and industry. IT was considered just as a back-end process for the past. And as you know about 2020, when the pandemic broke out, it was just like, IT was the major function all over. So it is not a back-end function anymore. It's kind of a business enabler going forward. And if you want to exist in the market, if you want to exist in your business, definitely IT is a major factor. See, especially when you think about pandemic, so pandemic was a catalyst for technology adaptation or adoption. So basically when you think about technology, most of the people were either forced to adopt or adapt to the technology. The technology was there for about decades right now. So how much are you adopting to the technology or adapting to the technology, depending upon your technology infrastructure or probably your technology enhancements in your organization. So when you think about a technology which has been used for a longer while and not been used at all, it's just an adoption. So we are very fortunate to have that adaptation which is just happening over years at the moment. So we were quite flowing into the situation rather than just adopting something new during the pandemic situation. We were like, we had the technology already, so we just fit in our requirements onto that landscape and then slightly flowing into that situation. Decentralized applications are there at the moment. So the centralized application, wherein actually think about yourself as a parent. If you're going into your son's or daughter's school, finding out 4 different applications fitting in for 4 different requirements is going to be So basically, as in every as in every business, we also focus on customer satisfaction. So our customers are like the students as well as the parents. So as far as we can make it easier for them to use, that's where our customer satisfaction comes in. Basically, it is not just artificial intelligence makes the difference. So artificial intelligence mixed with the human intelligence makes the difference. So basically, it's not like we are focusing on a single application alone, but there are many other things, like actually consider the repetitive works which we are on. So learning from the previous data sets can improve our current processes through a machine learning process altogether. So also a repetitive process which might happening can be eased out using robotic process automation. So those kind of researches are currently very prominent in the education industry, especially with data processing sciences, as well as getting things right from the inquiry stuff to the customer relationship matters in the education industry. So those are very prominent in the industry at the moment. See, I always focus on the 20-20-60 rule. So basically, the first 20% will goes on to the infrastructure management of whatever which we are currently having. Plus the next 20 will goes to the business specific requirements. For example, an education delivery system, or it might be a education content system wherein actually the IT interfaces are involved. So but that part will be purely in consultation. We'll be considering it only in consultation with the SMEs, subject matter experts from each level of education. So and the next 60 part is for the future enhancement. So we are focusing more into future rather than into the past. So rather than getting things fixed from the past, yeah, it is very important that actually we require to rectify things and move forward, but actually we are more focusing on to getting things involved over there in the future, what we are planning for. Communicating with the team is much more simpler when the team understands the business requirements. So enable the team to understand the business requirement first and communicate your vision to them. So it's more easily penetrating for them to on their minds. So if you ask me about that, I'll go for the old school thoughts. It's basically we can't replace anything with a good educator. So a human is required over there. With a good educator is always required for carving the best out of the future generation. So, but it's not just the educators, but involving the edtech, education technology into that, how it being delivered, how efficiently can that be incorporated with the current education system, is the most emerging requirement for an educational industry. Whenever we think about the cybersecurity stuff, we always think about banks or the government organization or any government entities, a decision-making entity for the law or anything related to that. But consider education industry. We are a powerhouse of all this data which is available currently with us. Basically, the PIIs which is available with education industry is too much. We will be having the details of a student, their parents, their bank accounts, and many more stuff. Basically, when we think about that, it can be utilized in a different way when it gets into the hands of a bad guy. Even if we have n number of things which we are employing for a cybersecurity related thing, we can't just protect it without the help of the end user. That's where we are always focusing on. We always provide awareness. We always provide, we do exercise of what we are expecting. We are admitting students from 40 days old to doctoral studies, PhDs. So that's the diversity of students or the community which we are dealing with. So the technology which is required for a 40 days old student is not the same which we use for a 45-year or a 55-year PhD student. So that's where the user psychology comes in. You require to do the digital transformation based on the psychology of the user. So it's not like you can involve them into any kind of technology. You can put a technology and ask them to use it, but how much are they involved in it matters. So where Amity is focused on is like understanding the user psychology, understanding their requirements and putting the technology based on what they require and what they are going to use over the next couple of years at least. Work-life balance is a very important thing which we always require to be successful in. And if you are weaker on one part and stronger on the other one, won't help you out, to be frank. So basically, if you ask me, I'm a family person. I always like spending time with my family as well. Spending time at home. But it's very important that actually whenever the business demands me, I need to be at work.